Gaming versus TNC, and already off to the races as we're getting
they're
started.
right into it, down to the bounty runes, and well, it looks like it'll just be a little bit of a trading back and forth here. Of course, March very happy to try and take some stacks on the old Undying to get things going, but they'll probably give him the respect and just back it up. But that's Coddle and TA, last time I saw it, was TNC doing this, where they're able to like solo Roche with the constant chakra, giving the meld over and over to keep refreshing the minus armor. So we'll have to see if they're able to use that to kind of propel this early game strat that the panel was pointing out. And well, Ori TA in itself is, I think March just gets this free. Oh, DUI. All right. Man, that's actually legit hard to do with level 1 Blinding Light. That cast range is so small, but he kind of timed it right that even against the Decay, he's able to get that bounty rune.
Well done by DY, making his move over there, getting the bounty rune, and it does look like we're going to end up with 2 apiece. TNC getting 2 and Vici getting 2 as well. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch. I think that the thing that Cap and the panel was hitting on in particular was the tempo of this game, and right now kind of TNC trying to absorb the pressure that we know was going to come from Vici, and maybe that earlier than you would normally see Roche by virtue of Ori. With the Coddle spam out of the melts.
Yeah, and Ori is, when I think Ori, I think Puck, and I think World Devourer. So I would think he knows this matchup. But when you actually look at his numbers, I didn't know this. Templar Assassin's his most played hero in terms of pro games, and it's also his most successful in terms of his heroes over 50 games, with his highest win rate at like 67%. So something that the team and himself are very confident in.
Absolutely, and you look at this matchup so far, and you know, it's going to be a little bit of a battle for Regen, I'm sure, at some point, but already OD getting a little bit of the better of Ori there, although he is able to secure that range creep, it looks like. So something to keep our eyes on there, as already that Astral spam is coming out. Down bottom, Gabby hiding away in the trees, getting the salve heal back up as the Yang PYW lane is keeping the pressure onto that CK.
Yeah, things are a little awkward for March once you start running out of mana when you're playing this. And yeah, I appreciate the keeping an eye on the mid lane, because you know this any second here. Things can go south with a couple quick refraction spills. That bonus damage.
Actually going to be tanking some of that underneath as the pushes back, burns through the refraction, easy peasy, and Ori's back to CSing again. So far so good out of TNC in these lanes. Top lane, KP on that Legion Commander, one of the few heroes that I think you feel somewhat comfortable against the early pressure that Jug brings.
Yeah, Jug tends to like to go for these kills at like level 3 or something with a second point in the Blade Fury, but just early on you're just able to basically press the attack yourself and just either man up and fight, or you might even just get to the boots before him, and it's not really a very scary lane.
You can just see the constant spam out there. We'll get that range creep, but we'll have his other one denied by Ori as he comes out of the Astral. So more pressure early there as salves were brought out simultaneously. And the thing that I'm really curious about here is you talked about TNC not really having those heroes that can move around. In a certain way, it feels like Vici don't either. It's kind of just more like trying to get ahead in the lanes. There aren't that many heroes that are going to be like roaming around trying to find kills, it feels like.
Yeah, it's more like we can just push into towers. And oh, a sneaky pull there from DY just to reset this a little bit. It's like a small drag back on the lane. Even though he knows that small camp's going to die like right away, he's able to get some semblance of a pull off. And oh, he's trying to get real sneaky here. Oh, DY. All right, DY is trying to enhance the meta with that pull. That was all right. He just gets a stack anyway. We're good.
Easy peasy. Yeah, and you can see the Mirana comes in, takes down that large creep. As Armel again taking a bit of a beating, but will heal back up afterwards and get a little bit of all chat out there. You love to see it in the early goings of a best of 5. The mental warfare between the two mids is something we're going to need to keep our eyes on. So far, at least, doesn't feel like anybody's getting completely bodied, but maybe that will change as time goes on. There's the glyph, just interrupting the easy CS onto that range creep.
The old relax, grand final, game 1. No one going too crazy. Nothing hyper aggressive. The old 6-minute first blood, it feels like at this point. Everyone's got like full health right now across the board.
It definitely feels like it's going to be more around possibly those bounty rune engagements that we've sometimes seen as DY is going to go. Not sure if this is for another pull here or just to try and stack it up, but won't work either way.
My biggest concern right now is that Gabby's not winning this lane more. It's like, I don't necessarily think that you should, because I mean, Omni's obviously a very fortuitous laner, but the problem is that you've got an Undying on your team. And when it comes to supports, Undying is like first 7 minutes, I'm supposed to really give a solid edge to my safe laner, and then I can be useless. But right now, you got to be kind of useful.
Yeah, making things happen, trying to put the pressure on. And like you said, Gabby having a nice time of it as they continue to square up a little bit there in the mid lane. Ori getting some more of those hits off. And they'll back out again, regen up, and head their own ways. But yeah, you look at it, TNC, all top 3 of the CS right now. And the main one that's suffering right now is that Jug, 15-1.
Yeah, he is DY just non-existent because it is Keeper of the Light, so he's doing the double stacks. He's even going to get away with the double stack and his bounty runes. So, because KP shouldn't be able to contest the Blinding Light. As, yeah, almost got the kill bit. But this is because the Templar Assassin's dire side, so there's more pressure on the supports. I mean, it's before the ulti anyway for the TA, but like obviously she can't really get stacks for herself on the dire side at all. So it's the responsibility of the Keeper of the Light in these games to do that as DY goes for another one of his cheeky little pulls.
Yeah. That was just another round of 2 bounty runes apiece. Juggernaut trying to regen up after that early pressure that was coming out onto him from the Legion commander. But as we said, with Jug 2, with these pulls going on, eventually those creeps will catch back up to him. Which might take a little bit of time as Ori's getting a lot of insta
KP's after the healing ward up top. They're blinding light and keeping him away. He just chased it all the way back to the wall.
Dude, he doesn't care at all. They come in,
Tim's
they take it down.
No, it expired.
Oh, man. Well, frustrating going there, but KP is actually just comfortable continuing to take these tower shots. That way the catapult's going to stay alive and they can keep the pressure on. Eurus is actually going to spin for this one. They have to go for the TP away.
Oh, man, that was a spin and a blinding light. They were trying to sync up there. Excellent offensive glyph there from TNC. They have just driven them out of this lane, and now he's shrining up Eurus with that Templar Assassin who's taking those stacks, and he's saying, all right, I got to get back in here. We might need a rotation for my Rubik pretty soon.
This is really rough, and a little bit extra time. KP can keep on tanking that tower while keeping the catapult alive. Blinding light pushback. Another spin. This time it is going to kill off the creeps, it looks like. So some more pressure is now going to be alleviated from the map. This is one of the benefits of having the Moran on your team, is you can just kill that other catapult. No such luxury on the Vici Gaming side.
Meanwhile, March just not really having to do a whole hell of a lot. He does get spotted leaving this area, so pretty likely that ward will get found out here by the side of Vici.
Yeah, not likely that this one's going to be there for free, but it does obviously block out those Ancients.
PYW got a little greedy, only like some sort of a triple stack play there. Timing must be extremely tight, only gets 2. Oh, he's actually that ward does block the Ancients, so there you go. My bad.
All good.
Yeah.
Phase boot's done for Jug. Yang also trying to get towards his. 1,000 gold leads so far with no kills for TNC, just doing a little bit of the out lane. But as the panel talked about, this lineup is more about hitting that timing when they want to push together, which maybe comes at the cost of a little bit of laning advantage. As KP going to run in, thinking about a duel here, as they do have Tim's in the area, could chase for more if they want. But they're just going to be able to bully back Eurus, force out another healing ward, and back to the races.
That was pretty tempting. Like, duel into arrow even this early. Felt like there might have been an opportunity there, but they're going to try and whittle him down a little bit further. And one thing I've noticed is they've been kind of spamming the chakra over and over onto Eurus to try and keep the healing ward coming back faster.
Oh.
A little bit of a neat interaction there.
Yeah, knowing that that pressure is going to come onto this Legion. Yeah, it definitely feels like this Juggernaut is much more just about that healing ward in the mid-game when they were
March is going back in, so his obs got de-warded that was blocking the Ancients. And then he just did the solo smoke play, and now he's trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, the scan hits, so he knows that they're in here. He doesn't want to reveal that he's coming into the area. So having an inkling that it's going to be TA.
He's going to go for the sneakiest backside sentry. Oh, he's doing it down here.
Baller.
All right, perfect. Now it does.
That's really sick.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that he scans it, knows that the TA is there, and then heads around the other way so this one doesn't get dewarded.
This is such a fun game for March. He doesn't do anything. Like, he is a CK in the safe lane. All he's doing is these little ward battles.
And in the meantime, Tim's is taking away the rest of their jungle, able to block it out, shutting down this early pressure that they could come.
Now, here's the problem, though. Oh, as that's been a problem. Gabby, that's 3 heroes coming in.
Oh, the slowdown. They're chasing Gabby in some trouble. March trying to save his core. Not going to happen. The 9-minute first blood. as they might be able to find another not quite there for the kill.
So now here's the one problem, is that talking about how March hasn't had to do anything, his lane's so easy, the C-Gang do it all himself, probably shouldn't be an Undying then, one would think. Maybe you could argue that they can't pressure him at all, and that's like, I mean, the Rubik was kind of still there the whole time anyway, so I don't know. March, he likes this hero a lot though, you know, the value in deaths even in the mid game, the control over objectives with the tombstones, and the sustain of the soul rip, so we won't write it off completely yet just because it hasn't had the most stellar first 10 minutes.
Well, and the other thing that goes along with that is that, you know, you have this
Gabby has TP'd back in here alone, and they are not afraid.
You gotta be careful there, buddies. Another TP is coming in, though, now from Armel. Apparently, they want to fight.
March is getting the bounties on it. March is just, this is his zone. I don't know how it keeps working out this way.
Everybody TP's in to try and stop it, and March just picks up the bounties. He's able to back out of there. Rubik did steal Arrow on the other side of the map, it looks like, and we'll see if they actually decide to fully go into the punish onto March. It looks like they will be able to. Blinding Light pushback yet again. Soul Rip. Arrow not going to connect. One more punch. He's making him work for it. Space created. Oh, he couldn't get to the creeps in time.
Bit too much there.
But yeah, it's, you know, not looking terrible at all for TNC right now. You know, you lose March a couple times, whatever. You got a very farmed CK in the duel up top, trying to make something happen. They glyph the wave also, and trying to keep that tower alive. Omni Slash comes out, not going to kill
unlucky.
KP. They take down the tier 1 tower top as KP runs away, has phase boots and the TP. Looks like he is going to be able to make it. And in fact, might just take these ones on a bit of a walk.
Yeah, he'll do his little dance away. Stolen arrow, though. Whoa, it's not over yet. PYW.
Looking for the angle.
Once he comes down the stairs. I don't know. There's not enough help, I don't think.
Nah.
Stolen arrow is very nice. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any points in Supremacy yet because he's only level 6. So don't get that bonus value.
So like, TA, these are my camps now.
He does have it for arrowing this catapult, though. That would be the huge play right now. Unfortunately, he's out of mana. I had to use the Fade Bolt for the wave to draw it off instead.
Wow, and they're taking this tower yet again. One extra shot there, and he will throw out the arrow to take down that catapult. So that stops a lot of the pressure onto that tower.
But at the same time, Yang takes the tower in the bottom lane, and all of this freedom for Gabby. Suddenly he's just driven off the lane into the jungle. And Yang is the one who truly has the real space in this game, saving the point as well. No, he's not actually. Thought he might be holding the Heavenly Grace for the potential gank, but yeah, just a 4-3-1. Very safe build for him.
And you can see that the Mirana has been given a lot of space in this game also. She's, what is that, around 800 gold behind the Juggernaut right now, who really hasn't had the best of games after getting the pressure coming from KP. And she is going to pressure back Eurus a little bit here and gets a lane to herself because of that nice retreat ability. Chase forward, and Will-O-Wisp drop down for March. Purification finds the kill, and now it's also caught KP as Yang brazenly walking forward and able to put the pressure on.
I think the panel was pointing out there's not a whole lot of stuns in this game, especially at the side of VG. They basically have like Will-O-Wisp and then Rubik's Lift, and hopefully if he steals something, and then the eventual Meld Bash, perhaps. So if they want to commit for a kill like that, they kind of have to just drop down the Will-O-Wisp. It's kind of like an early Black Hole. Yeah, it's only a 2-minute cooldown, though, and it's just, you know, if you can secure a kill with it, it's great. Ideally, it's a core that you get, and not just March, who's definitely not the Undying this game, as he makes up 2 of the 3.
Gabby taking some damage
so
down
far.
bottom. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, too, though, because normally you'd say, all right, let's punish. Let's try and make something happen. Will-O-Wisp is down. But they can't really with these heroes. There's not really that much that they can do pressure-wise.
And then when you're looking for pressure coming from VG, you're thinking, okay, well, what's my TA doing? And again, we have this Blink first TA. Seems to be more popular than the Deso first TA in the majority of our games we've been having as of late. And whenever we see that, we think, okay, well, who are we killing? Like, let's blow some people up.
Everybody running in right now. 4 heroes just streaming towards KP, and they're really wanting to keep the pressure on for this tower, have Heavenly Grace for the save if they need it.
He is so tanky right now.
It's really hard to put any type of pressure on the Yang. Bracer, Medallion.
4 points, Heavenly Grace.
Sorry, he shows up. Blink away, though. That's going to keep him from getting stunned by the CK. Light Shadow. Do they want to try and take this fight? There's a TD rune up top that's going to be claimed by Eurus, but only has that 1 point in Omni Slash. But it looks looks like they want to try and keep this pressure on, group together a little bit.
So the last time they did this, they didn't have the TA with them, and they were still waiting on the Will-O-Wisp. Now you can see 3 seconds left, perfectly timed from VG Gaming. The second Will-O-Wisp is up, they're ready to fight again because they know they need this.
Oh, careful, careful. Moving in. Ori, he's got the blink. Chase forward, looking for KP, but the Will-O-Wisp is not there. It only connects onto March. On the other side, KP is just walking away, and DY actually is going to die to the tower. So that ends up working out fabulously, and Armel trying to chase the big old ulti drop down with the overwhelming odds afterwards. They get demolished. Holy hell. Vici, what happened?
The initiation was off. This is going to be one of those fights where you're going to see the start again, and you're going to be, the replay will be fantastic because right at the beginning, March throws the tombstone up on the cliff. As you said, KP's kind of running north, and Connell was coming at like the worst possible angle for the way that KP ran. That was a perfect escape by him. If he tried to go back to the tier 2 tower, he would have got caught inside, and then you have Armel coming from the high ground.
Oof. And Armel, these early goings, Veil, along with the Kaya, just completely destroys them. And you said, you know, Tombstone, or rather Undying, not doing that much. You did a hell of a lot in that fight at the very least.
Yeah, they managed to drag the whole fight around that tombstone. Then the fight's just like not gonna happen anymore, and they start running away. So, and RML too. Like, how often do you get that like really early sub 15-minute good feeling fight for an OD player, right? Tends to come a little bit later for him, but he already has the Veil, the Kaya, and he's working. He buys the Yasha. So, a very aggressive build right now. And this is into the Blink TA. That is Blink TA's first fight is not supposed to look like that. You want that immediate explosion. And instead, it was just diving under the tower. Yeah, it was DY standing right next to Ori when he just blew up from the tower, and then the rest of his team followed suit.
And that led into 4 bounty runes afterwards for TNC. Towers taken so far are mid and top for TNC. Vici still struggling as they didn't even get that mid-tier 1 tower. Well, you need to figure out what to do now. Is 16 minutes in, they're 4,000 gold behind. DY will get the D ward there. It looks like on the high ground, takes it out. And, well, at this stage, like, you kind of need to wait for the next round of Will-O-Wisp, I guess? They have it back up on the Coddle if they want to go again, but you might be just licking your wounds for a little bit.
Yeah, sitting back feels really bad this game, I think, if you're Vici. You look at your heroes and you just think like, oh, guys, we got to do something. And KP, how many pipe first agents have we seen this tournament? Feels like almost every single time I'm watching, that's what happens. And KP just looks at this game and goes, yeah, I'm going to get a Crimson Guard. I have a Jug, I have a Templar Assassin. And Ori, with this Blink first build, he's trying to rely on his hero's natural capabilities, and they're just getting shut out by KP with this item.
You can see that 4-hero rotation down towards bottom, trying to make something happen against KP, who's underneath the ward. They don't find anything. And he's just going to dance his way towards the lead. Yeah,
he's got that taunt bound on his move key or something. Just right-click and taunts away.
Like we said at the beginning, psychological advantage. You got to build it over
look,
time.
He's just farming in their face.
All right, Yang's like, enough of this. That's my creep. Leave me alone.
Meanwhile, the circle's drawn by Gabby and Armel. The core is making calls here, saying, charge! Head into that dire jungle. March, bring the wards, buddy. Plant him down. March, where are the wards? Oh, this is... No one look. All right, he handed them off to Tibbs. All right, it's fine. Give him the Mirana. She's got the leaps.
That's right. He needs those fantasy points. And March also sitting there just with the buckler, right? Like everything. It's all physical damage.
Shout out to Puppy right there. That's what that is. Nobody does casual buckler like Puppy.
All right, everybody from Vici Gaming, with the exception of the Coddle, over towards that mid lane as they look set up to try and go for maybe another pressure onto this tier 1 tower. And guess what?
This
it's
looks
the
familiar.
Exact same move.
All right.
Oh my God, it's literally the same
March
thing.
is in the exact same spot.
Guys, we've done this before.
So is Gabby.
Uh-oh, running away. Tombstone up on the high ground. Can they get it out in time? It goes a little bit better this time for Vici, but they are kind of all grouped together. And now the buyback chasing forward, looking for Yang. Armel, he's going to hit him pretty freaking big as he drops it down onto both. Vici,
is this
you got to do something new, my dudes. The chase, but the blink away, and Ori is going to be able to escape this time. What in the hell are we watching?
Production already did the replay. I'm really confused right now.
It goes better this time for Vici, got to be said.
Well, that's not much better. Well, they do Roche. Why not watch it again? You guys were probably thinking, huh? I mean, they kind of just did the same thing. I mean, I feel like we already said it. It feels good. KB dies right away. He's forced to buy back. So that, as you said, it did go a little bit better. But March again gets out the tombstone, and then this fight gets dragged down here, and Armel, because everyone else was so nearby, like, he just gets the instant TP in. You know what I mean? Like, his TP is not delayed whatsoever. Gets right into the fight, has perfect positioning for the ulti, has that Veil too, and he just does so much for the team. And now they take Roche and they smoke out, looking to put the pressure right back onto Vici.
I hear the revelry call as it comes, and Gabby wanting to find Ori, but they're not quite going to be able to wrap around on there. KP and Sid gets the duel, but this is status resistance. Might be enough still to be able to find the chase down as Yang in some trouble, pulled in and killed off.
In behind, Ori will snag the other bounty, but they do have a sentry to go back and grab some of this. Yeah, TA trap and an observer ward as March races before it expires. Still hit a minute. It's fine.
Get in there in time.
Oh, we get the arrow steal though. All right, potential play setup here. PYW, that's a level 4 arrow from Tim's. He is level 12 now. Got the full aggression build.
God, and I mean, Armel on this OD, the more and more that I'm looking at this lineup, like, he's got pretty high int already. He's got that Kaya Yasha. The multiplier is now up to 12.4 when you factor in the spell amp. Like, this is a scary moment. This is really, really terrifying.
Yeah, and he's more farmed than the TA.
Yeah, that ain't good. We'll have to see what happens next in the 21-minute mark with Aegis still held by the Outworld Devourer. Yang is trying to farm up the camps, and I will say that TNC have started to try and push across the map and just shut Vici into that little corner of the area.
Yeah, it feels like Gabby just kind of picks a lane and marches down it, and then I mean, they can't contest them. They don't have any vision. They've been dewarding so heavily from the side of TNC that Vici aren't exactly sure where they're moving whenever they come into their zone. They do have a couple nice ones left in here now. But yeah, Gabby just walks to the tower, and now they will take it.
Man, press the attack is so good this game too, particularly with the OD. Just get that bonus 140 attack speed on the Legion Commander, throwing it onto Armel.
Tim's got worried about a potential blink up top from Ori. That's why he popped the Moonlight Shadow. Okay. A TA trap popped down next to him, so he just instantly popped on himself just in case he got blink and gone on. So a worthy play. Now they go high ground with a tombstone and a catapult.
They don't have the Mirana, but apparently they don't need it. They have Sanity still if they wanted to use it, but
Aegis.
With the arrows TPing back, they're going to back out.
10-second BKB. They've got it all.
Yeah, playing it safe, though, at least for now, TNC, is it looks like they're going to retreat to try and clear out the rest of the Tier 2 towers, but Vici, you got to be careful walking up that hill.
This is one of those moments where a courier getting killed is actually very annoying for TNC, because they couldn't bring out any more wards to bring on these expeditions where they just kill that Tier 2 tower and then start shoving up for Tier 3. You really want to both leave vision and also cover your tracks with sentries, because they probably knew there was vision somewhere in that dire triangle, but they couldn't bring any more out for themselves. Still another 25 seconds till the courier comes back.
Smoke comes out there onto Gabby. Press the attack, so he still remains invis. As well as not lifted.
Unfortunately for VG, I mean, they kind of just got to hit the replay button again.
Yeah.
It feels like that's the best way for them to start fights. You know this CK, at least you can help try and control the illusions with the Will-O-Wisp. Can they kill Armel? If they don't go on Armel, Armel will Astral people for saves. If they go on Armel, he's a 10-second BKB.
Yeah, and they don't have that, like, hard stun, really. Like
They pretty much need, like, a stolen arrow.
Yeah. Which, you know, Rubik has been able to get pretty consistently, but TNC are just going to walk high ground again with this Aegis. And they're feeling very confident, getting some pressure on, force Vici back into the base yet again. Gabby says, get back. My purpose fulfilled. But Eurus will still get the farm on. But again, it's, I mean, Jug without Empower as a core late game, it doesn't feel that great.
Now with 40 seconds left on the Aegis, as VG, you can start thinking about a timed gank to maybe try and catch TNC as the Aegis is expiring. Or you can say they're still way too strong, we need to farm more, we need to like keep cutting waves. I feel like that's probably more of the attitude they're going to have.
Right.
As Ori's getting up there, he's level 19, right? He's got these traps out. He can place the damage there. Oh, actually, he didn't take the plus 200 damage. He does have the move speed, so. But, you know, he can still cut waves with the traps.
Smoke out. Gabby doesn't quite have heart yet. This could be a decent moment for them, but
8 seconds to the rush. So this is that timing they're looking for.
Oh, Armel.
And DY is way back.
Now maybe they could go on to Tim's here, who's kind of isolated, but the arrow goes out in the lift. It's going to go. Can they kill off in time? Yes, they will.
Oh, now DY's chasing them too. Is he going to do it? Oh, DY, you're crazy.
Thinking about it, Will-O-Wisp drop down. They have the sleep, but the follow-up could come in just a moment as they turn to try and take this one down. Armel, significant save Gabby, but he doesn't even need to. Gabby's full HP. Vici need to be careful. If they stick around, they could potentially get wiped.
There's nothing good about this fight now.
Ori.
Only arrow. It misses.
Oh, it's not going to connect. Yeah, they back out and trying to find the 4-second stun, beating away into them. The duel on the other side, finding Yang. Can they kill him off in time? It's looking like he's just going to get demolished. Omni Slash barely tickling there on any of the TNC heroes who are just too brawny, large, and in charge to have to worry. And the arrow gets tanked by the zombie. Oh, goodness. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, a bit of a. I mean, they got that good pick off on the back onto Tim's. Not those ideal here. Obviously, they would love for it to be a core, but then DY just going in and trying to get that big ulti play.
Oh, Eurus TP's out. Can he make the escape?
Oh, the chase!
The punch! He gets the kill. Oh, God, it feels bad to be Vici this game. And Tim's trying to set up for an arrow possibly, or PYW. They find that kill also. Ori's going to blink aggressively in, trying to find a turnaround, but the Guardian Greaves are popping. Now the duel for that kill onto PYW. Ori's just trying to get the heck out of here. In just a second, they might have arrow back up again. And they do, so Ori can't even really TP away. They're going to buy back on the Rubik. See if they can make something happen. Break and blink, looking for that arrow, not going to connect. But yeah, look at that. We got tier 3 tower taken.
And he's replaced it with a tombstone.
Oh, Decay. That's not a whole heck of a lot. I mean, they're just zoning out Ori right now. He's playing footsie with the Marana. Meanwhile, the whole base is going down. What are you doing? This is tough.
I'm not sure what difference he's going to make when he gets here.
Oh, he got the Radiant Courier.
Boom.
What a player. Dragging the creep wave. This is what Ori needs to do.
Yeah, a fight is still not going to look very good for them.
No. Checking for vision up there on the high ground as they retreat to take down the shrine on the top side of the map from the Dire. Man, this is a good old spanking.
And all of it pretty much going back to that, the fact that the lanes weren't dominated by, not even the lanes, because like the lanes shouldn't be that dominated by Vici, but just that first rotation, right? You expect it to go well when you look at these heroes. You think they have some playmaking stuff, they have ways you can see them just like wiping the enemy team in a single Will-O-Wisp, because we've seen that so many times over the past couple months with Keeper of the Light. But flawless positioning from TNC, really. They just had 5 heroes ready for the battle the first time, and then similarly there were 4 already there with Tier 1. When they tried it again, then Armel just TPs in to clean up with a mop and bucket. Now they just wait for Roche again.
I mean, this is feeling like one of the simpler games for TNC so far. They haven't really been tested that much. Still, giving them around a 10% win probability from Dota Plus, as there's always the chance you get an overextension or something along those lines. But it does feel right now as TNC have a bit of a easier path towards victory.
I mean, we haven't seen VG play TA in quite a long time, at least not in any of their recent matches. Right. And then to say that we also saw TNC doing this Keeper of the Light TA thing, you got to imagine they kind of have a pretty good idea on a lot of the timings that this hero's going to have, especially with the Coddle. Like, you know what Coddle wants to do. He wants to like run in and pop this ulti and force these really awkward fights when he's like level 4 Blinding Light way too early. And then same thing with the Roche, right? You know they want to do that little cheesy Roche to get it nice and early and try and sneak it from you. So TNC have just very much been on that. And now they're just doing the flowchart Dota, clearing out the shrines, waiting for the Roche spawn, which is going to be on the longer end. Still another 2 minutes, nearly a full timer on this Roche.
Ori trying to finish off that butterfly next. You did see Vici run back away from their triangle because they saw the haste rune picked up by TNC. So trying to play it out. Oh, well, don't look now, but there's a duel. Can they get anybody else here in time? Yes, indeedy duty. Armel cleans up Ori. Again, you can understand the desire to move out there, but they're getting caught all over the freaking map. Trying to TP away. Eurus, can they bring him down? Need some more punches, but it was never going to be enough. As They do manage to get out with the jug.
Yeah, they're in an awkward spot, and the gem there on KP, of course, helping to make Ori's life of split pushing rather difficult, even by just running down lanes and killing traps.
It really feels like Tim's has been so free this game to do kind of whatever he wants. He's just been like pushing out the side lanes,
Both
farming
supports.
it up.
I mean, that's the best feeling for an Undying because you can't do anything anyway. once the laning stage is over, you're just a creep. He throws down Tombstone. Tries to die at opportune moments.
Another smoke up, and they run back in towards that triangle. They've got vision down. They see Eurus, and he just used spin. Oh, God, he got rooted by the H afterwards. He's not going nowhere. TNC, easiest kill of their life.
Pretty much sums up this game.
God, it just feels like they can't get a break. One by one, they're going down. Now, I think a lot of people were wondering if this was just going to be another stomp. I don't think many people expected it to be TNC was stomping, jumps in and just punishing DY there. Gabby with that blink.
That was a pretty quick save from Yang.
That was well done.
Got him right away at the double spells, but now the ranged barracks will go down to the full lane in ruins here in the mid. And, well, would you believe it? TNC heading to the Roche pit, and oh, it's going to be perfectly timed by sending in either himself or some illusions. And in they go. So there is dire vision. They know they're doing this. Are we going for a fight?
That's pretty sick steal, or rather play by Legion also, by the way, is they definitely are not fighting. Where he didn't use another spell after the duel, and so he ends up giving that to Rubik. Like, all the other spells are better for Rubik there, I think.
He'll figure something out. Look at that cast range. He's got an influence.
Wow.
I mean, that's a long-range duel.
Can give damage from further away.
I think
it's amazing.
I think the melee hero should be forced to stand at the end of the duel.
Okay.
And then they just sit there while Rubik punches them like 5 times.
Rubik could punch them until the end of this game, and he wouldn't kill one of these heroes.
That is probably accurate, actually. Could he kill any of these heroes by just constantly right-clicking them? Maybe March. Depends if March can press the buckler over and over. Then, other than that, I think the game would probably end first.
Well, top lane, TNC want to try their luck yet again. Last time they got some racks. This time, there's a TA up on the high ground. Arrow not going to connect.
All right, is KB just going to blink in?
They go on to Armel, bringing him somewhat low there.
Wow, that was a very early BKB.
Okay. BKB popped by Ori. This is feeling nigh impossible.
And now he has a butterfly, but KP also has the blade mail. So... sure, KP's hits are going to miss, but...
oh, man. Yeah, they seal press the attack, which is a kind of nice one. Arrows just
he
keep
wants
on
that Omni,
thrown
though.
out there, but they're going to be able to find that duel on the other side. Gabby gets his ultimate off. They do have the Will-O-Wisp out, but Armel able to walk outside of it, pops the BKB, turning onto Yang. Oh, the Sanity's Eclipse. It's going to be real tasty. He decides to turn onto it, but he's saving that one for the moment as Gabby gets the pull back in on a PYW, just gets exploded like a piñata as they continue to hit away at these racks after the glyph. Vici do not have an answer in the world right now as they keep on building up that int. Ori turned upon yet again. They have the jump forward, double kill for Gabby. The Omni Slash bounces, but it doesn't do a damn thing. GG is called. TNC stomping on the faces of Vici.
Yeah, just a dominant performance here from TNC. I mean, there really wasn't too many sides to that game. It was all one-sided.